min max dot html. In the HTML, I'll have body. Inside the body, I'll be having a form. Inside the form, I'll be having a label plus input into, let me add 3 and say done. This is your emit abbreviation, we call it as form attributes. So let me add date max, I would say. Enter a date before 2000 0101. It's all kind of cluttered. Let me clean the mess. Input should come and sit here. Label should go next. Input should come and sit here. Label should go next. Yes. Now, the next step, I would say, enter a date after 2005 0101. Okay, I would name it as date min. This has to be of type date. Okay, I'll now put this max and min properties for this. Max should be 2001, 1 and 1. You can't cross this date range. If you do that, it will not even let you allow to do that. BR, one more BR. Similarly, here I have to specify the min. And the min would be at least this much of the date. The name attribute has to be present for this, otherwise this label and will be out of sync. Okay, now the third one would be, this is for dates we have seen. Let's say I have a quantity to enter. Let's say your age can be greater than 35 for a application in a for a job post. Okay, then how can I restrict age? Okay, I would say enter age between 18 and 35 is the limitation I receive applications as. Okay, here I would say name is equals to age and min has to be 18. There has to be equal and max has to be 35. Let's see this in action, how it works. Let me add some line breaks here as well, otherwise it will also become cluttered. Don't want that to be cluttered. All right, now let's see. See, enter a date before first of this one. So it's already pointing me to, it's all disabled for me. I have to only select the previous dates. See, the afterwards dates are not at all enabled. Here, the moment I enter this, okay, did I modify this? Yeah, I did not modify. That's why it's like this. If I have to say min here, now it'll kind of reverse. See, before and all, it's not there. So I have to, obviously the date range has been given some. It's all forward dates from 2005. Look at that. 2005 bare minimum 11. It will not go beyond that. So That's clear. So it's evident that we are only supposed to enter date after that particular point. This is for your example, min and max. Now, let's say for an age example, let's say I enter 15. This will only be validated the moment I enter any, I would say, submit kind of a thing. I have to add a submit button here. Then only you will see this output, input, submit, and let's see. Now, now I say 13. Is it inside the form? 36. Okay. Basically, it's supposed to not supposed to take that value at all. So minimum and maximum beyond that range. So it has to complain me saying that less than that stuff. Let me refresh, or I'll add some value here. Well, that should not make any much of a difference, but let's see. I'll add an action over here. Let's try for these values and check. Oh, my mistake. It has to be a number. I was wondering why it's not taking. Why it's not taking. Let's say 14. Sip. It did not. Let's say 16. It did not. Let's say 19. It did. Let's say 67. Okay. The range yes is again 35. So it's not 36. It won't. 35. Sorry, 35. It will. That's how this works. So these are the certain things you have to keep in mind when we are talking about form attributes. Okay. And next up, we have multiple attributes. What it means is I can actually kind of choose the files multiply. Okay. Let's try that now. Okay. Before that, okay, I'll show that to you quickly. How it works, I'll need to just say input, type should be file, and I have to say file is obviously to upload a file here, and I would say files multiple. Let me add this brs and b. Yeah, that's enough. Refresh, choose files. I have to upload the files basically. So I would say go to desktop. I select some file and I say submit. It will get that file submitted. So what the point of multiple files here is, it will allow us. Let me create some of the files here. So I would say file one. I'll go to desktop. File one.txt. File two.txt. Let's try to upload these files. Choose files. I'll bring it to desktop. And I get here file one, file two. See, two files it says. That's how multiple works. And Last topic on this one for the day would be required input. Let's say I would want a phone number. I would say number, and without this, I will not accept the field. I'll have to enter this information again here so that I can have spaces there. Let's say submit it. The moment I do this, it complains me. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and some number I'll enter and I submit. It does submit. So this is the required field, which will like always force us to submit the field. Okay, we have covered everything except one, that is placeholder. What this basically helps us, let's say I have a form like this. I would say enter your username. How this would look, let's see. See, it asks me to enter the username. The moment I enter something, it will go away. Okay, like this, you can perform the placeholder. You can use the placeholder attribute.